Barry Robson's Aberdeen robs Hacken of a first leg victory in Sweden. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. And Aberdeen giving the Scottish coefficient a wee boost in the arm after yesterday's 5-0 pumping by matching Rangers' result. What do you think of this?
Aye, rolling back the years, big Sir Alex Ferguson may as well have been there in charge, because it was a great result coming back for 2-0 down against the Swedish champions. Not many people would have predicted that. Not many teams, if any teams in Scotland, would have done that. This is a really good result for Aberdeen. Keep in mind that over the past years, we have seen Scottish sides get battered by Swedish teams and just beat by Swedish teams in general. So, yeah, no, for Aberdeen to get a result in Sweden against the champions of Sweden after being 2-0 down, I thought it was a great result. And to be fair, they probably should have won it. Towards the end, they were the much better team. They were the much more team likely to get that third goal for themselves. So, yeah, no, I think it was a good result for Aberdeen. Could they have done better though and got the win? Maybe. I still think that they definitely would have took this at the start of the night. 2-2, get back to Pittodrie, ties in your own hands. But they could have been going back with more. However, on the flip side, if this team sees out the game at 2-0, then I'm not saying the tie is over, but it would be very difficult. So I think they'll take it. It's a good result. It's a draw. Helps the coefficient a little bit. I think it makes Aberdeen slight favourites, considering they do have the home tie in the second leg. So good night for Aberdeen.
Very good night for Aberdeen at 2-0. I mean,
good night for Miofsky as well.
I think at 2-0 the tie is pretty much. I mean, it's not over. They are taking it back to Pittodrie, but I mean, 2-0 is a pretty hefty thing to come back for. But I
don't think 2-0 is that bad though with the away goal. Now, if you win 2-0 at home in the first leg with the away goal counting, what a position you're in, because you get one in the next leg and they need 4. But yeah. I think I don't like the way they're taking it the away. I like the away goal. It added a different element to it. Thoughts on the away goal?
It just means a lot more games go to extra time now, because you don't need to get the exact same result to force it, which I don't mind. But I understand why some people... No, because I think it benefited, like, because when you say you go to a hard place away, I like the fact that if you got a goal, it was massive.
It was
like 2 goals.
Aye, pretty much. I like that. They don't do it anymore. Whatever.
Yeah, but, the vice versa, if you look at it, in the last couple of years, Rangers, I mean, let's just look at their 2 PSV games. That means PSV would have got 2 away goals at Ibrox 2 years in a row. No, albeit Rangers still would have went through last year, but automatically it's like, PSV don't even have to win going in.
But being away is harder, so I think you do deserve the reward of the away goal.
No, yeah, no,
I think it's a good way to award away teams. So,
no, I see where you're coming from, but Hacken,
Plus, I think you could argue that maybe it makes games a bit more exciting, because teams are maybe willing to push a bit more and be a bit more adventurous away from home because of that away goal. But anyway, the away goals don't count, but it's 2 goals for Aberdeen anyway, so gives them a good chance.
Yeah, I think Hacken lived up to the 4-9 initially. I mean, going 2-0. I mean, how can you get 8 corners, right, within 20 minutes? But then in the Hearts game, you get 2 and 49.
Mate, nobody cares about your bet, mate.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about the early, even start. Endless, relentless start for both teams. Aberdeen threatened early on. Duke, I mean, Flashcore repeated it as a open net. What did you say then?
I thought it wasn't an open net, but he should have done better.
Alright, then he should have done better. But he didn't do better. He did make it 1 each. Launi, his goal counted, didn't it? Now that's what took us into half time.
It did count. Of course it counted.
Yeah, I know it counted. I didn't say it didn't.
Right.
I'm saying, he didn't miss his chance, did he? Well,
no,
Duke did. Not. I think Duke's actually had a pretty underwhelming start to this season.
Should have moved on when I had the chance.
I know, but we're 50%. I mean, what is that deal Aberdeen have got for him? The 50% goes back to Benfica.
That's shite. That means they need to sell him for a really high amount to get anything decent out of it.
Yeah, like 50%. When do you ever hear 50%? 50% is an insane marker. But you know what? I'm expecting Aberdeen to go through now. I mean, I'm not saying it's a given, but I just think back at Pittodrie they'll get the job done. I see them at least getting a draw, which would force extra time. But from our point of view, will it be better from a coefficient point of view if Aberdeen are in the Europa League or Conference League?
Fucking Europa League, you're two. Like Europa League, you can finish third and drop into Europa Conference League.
Yeah, but
Europa
we
Conference
can't
League.
just look at Hearts, right? If Aberdeen go into the Conference League, I think they would get top two. I think Hearts were just incredibly unlucky by the two teams that they got.
Would Aberdeen get top two if they got that same group?
No, that's exactly what I'm saying, though. We can't look at the Europa Conference League and be like, oh, well, you're going to get Basic Taylor.
I would argue you've got more chance of finishing top three in the Europa League than you do top two in the Europa Conference League.
Depends on your groups.
Yeah, well, it does obviously depends on your groups, but I still think there's good enough teams in both competitions. Like last year, I'd say there was a couple of Europa Conference League groups that were better than the Europa League groups.
Can you name me a couple of them?
I'd say the whole group Hearts were in for sure. Well, I'd need to get them all up and we'd need to go through them all, but
We're not going to do that.
you're making it as if, the guaranteed top. I don't know. I think you maybe have a better chance. If you look at the Europa League, if you look at the groups, at least one team out of each group's more or less shite.
Aye, alright, I'll accept that. Alright, there's Craig Halkett. Craig Halkett's on the screen. Is he coming back from his injury? Who knows? But yeah, Aberdeen getting those two late goals from Mufayski and Devlin. Goal and assist for the big man. And then, who missed the chance? It was none other than was Jamie McGrath who missed the chance?
No, he didn't miss it. He scored it, but it was offside.
That's what I meant. It was offside. It was apparently...
Well, how did the big man miss it then?
Oh, I said the big man got a goal.
I think you're missing your brain cells, mate.
Right, well, you know what? See if I watched the game. Maybe I knew if he was offside or not. How about those apples?
It does help when you fucking watch it, doesn't it?
Well, you watch. You take away the last couple of minutes of this game then.
That was it.
Explain to me how it played it.
BK Hacken doing the 10 men. I'm thinking, right, Aberdeen, you need to go for this. Did have the ball in the back of the net. Didn't count. It was offside. Marginal, but it was offside. And then Aberdeen, I think BK Hacken at this point were licking their wounds and thought, well, you know what? Let's just try and take a draw and get back to Pataudry.
Yeah, I don't know if this Hammer guy's any good, but hopefully he is, and that means he misses the entire second leg.
Aye, hopefully he is, and then Aberdeen hammer them.
Oh, we're going to fling the hammer down here and end this video. Aberdeen 2, Hacken 2. We'll be back very soon with a Hearts review. It's currently 1 each at half time. Sadly for Hearts, as soon as they get a penalty, Kyle Rose dives in. Ridiculous tackle. But anyway, till next time. Peace.